In this video, I'm going to show you how I gained an extra 322 bucks on my music without doing anything really, and how you can do it too, using something called Songtrust. And Songtrust is the sponsor of this video, but I've been using them for a couple of years now. And you can see here, there's a breakdown of royalties. I don't know if I can scroll down to enhance a little bit, but you can see the breakdown by individual sources. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of cool things. I'm going to show you about Songtrust. I'm going to show you how you can use their estimator, which is a link in the description, where you can go and figure out how many royalties your music has generated that you're just not collecting. I'm going to walk you through some of this. I'm going to show you this complicated thing about how the music industry and royalties are collected. Not too nerdy, don't worry. And then we're also going to actually register a song with Songtrust Live so you can see how easy it is. So first, this is the general breakdown. You can see in this quarter I got 218 bucks. This quarter I got 104. There's other quarters before, they're just so small I didn't even show them, and it's like an extra 60 bucks or something. So it's like $400 we've gotten, but essentially this is money that I've been making. I just haven't been collecting. So you can see this breakdown down here. The vast majority of this is really just streaming, mechanical streaming royalties, but there's also some performance streaming royalties and some other performance royalties as well, and mechanical rights as well. So Songtrust has an amazing article that covers what these royalties actually are. And again, I'm not going to go into the super nerdy nitty-gritty because this stuff is pretty complicated, like surprisingly complicated, considering how easy it is to release music. But essentially, when you distribute your music through any distributor, you're not getting a lot of the royalties that are owed to you. And the reason is your distribution company is only collecting a certain portion of royalties, and other royalties like mechanical and publishing performance royalties and all this other stuff goes to collection societies around the world. So every time you have a song, it's split into composition royalties and recording royalties, and those things are treated kind of separately. In the composition side, you have performance royalties and mechanical royalties, and on the recording side, you have digital performance royalties and recording revenues. So to make sure you're getting all of the royalties that you're owed when your music is streamed on Spotify and other streaming platforms, I have a simple 4-point checklist here for you. So step number 1 is to use a music distributor, and that's what's getting you all of your recording revenue. Every time your music is streamed on those platforms, you just get paid directly through your distributor like DistroKid or CD Baby. Step number 2 is to affiliate with a performance rights organization to start collecting the writer's share of your performance royalties using something like BMI or whatever. BMI is what I use. So step number 3 is to register with a platform like Songtrust to handle all the publishing share of the performance royalties and also mechanical and microsync royalties. And this also handles all the international stuff too. So that's another kind of hairy issue, that even if you're registered with something like BMI, international royalties are complicated. So step number 4 is to register with something like Sound Exchange to collect streams from places like Pandora or Sirius XM, right? And if you're outside of the US, then you can register with a neighboring rights society to collect music from terrestrial radio, but it's a little different inside the US versus outside of the US. So if you do all those 4 things, that's everything you need to do to make sure you're getting all the royalties every time your music is streamed on Spotify and other things. And honestly, to do all this stuff, it takes maybe an hour. So it's not that big of a deal. I recommend you do it. Anyways, back to the video. So if we go down a little bit further to this really cool article, or really cool infographic, this is kind of what the music industry is like. Like this you have a digital service provider like Spotify, and then they distribute revenues to your distributor, and that's what you're already getting essentially if you're using like DistroKid or something. And then you have performance rights organizations, ASCAP, BMI, but those are just in the US. So even if you're registered with ASCAP or BMI or CSAC, you're not collecting all those international royalties necessarily. There are ways that they can be collected, but they're unreliable and they take a long time. And there's mechanical royalties like Harry Fox Agency and then MRI and MLC. And so, right, like this is complicated. And this is why Songtrust exists, to make it so that you can register your music with Songtrust, and they'll not only go and handle your performance rights collection, not just in the US, but internationally, but also these mechanical rights nationally and internationally. So, and they also do YouTube royalties as well. So it comes with, and I'm going to reference the sheet here, but they work with 65 different revenue sources covering your publishing royalties from 215 countries and territories. They collect performance, mechanical, and microsync royalties, such as from YouTube. So they collect a lot of stuff, and that is why I was able to get this extra $322 for doing nothing, because my music was already generating this money. I just wasn't getting it, which is sad. So if you want to figure out how much money that you might have, if you go to their website, Songtrust, well, just click the link below. But they do have this thing here. So if I go and click on this, we can do Chains, Andrew Southworth, and I'm just going to use this as an example because I've made a video on my channel, which you can check out right there after this video is over, on how much I made from 1.5 million streams on this song. I'm not going to tell you, so you can watch that video. But all you do is you just type in your song and just type in your email, and they're going to email you the estimate. And so I pulled that up here ahead of time so you can see it. They're estimating that for this song, I would be owed between $122 and $331. And based on the money that I have in my Songtrust account, they were correct, right? And that's just that one song. So, if nobody's listening to your music, of course, there's no royalties. But if you already have people listening to your music, signing up with Songtrust, in my opinion, is a no-brainer because it's just free money. So that covers the royalty side, how you can figure out how much you can get and kind of where these royalties are coming from. But how is it to use Songtrust? And we're just going to register a song, right? And just to show you how easy it is. And I don't know if you've ever used something like BMI, which is what I've used for performance rights in the US. That website frustrates the hell out of me. And I really like how easy it is to do it on Songtrust. And I'm not just saying that because they're sponsoring this video. The song title is Magnified, right? We're going to search a songwriter. It's going to be Andrew Southworth. I have it pre-saved in there. I own 100% of this song. They have these optional things. I always forget what this stands for, but this is like a performance rights thing if you have it registered with your PRO. Then you can enter lyrics as well. We're just going to click Register Song, add ISRC, and all we have to do, you could go grab it from your distributor or whatever, but you can just type in the name of your song. Then I have this magnified recording, and I can just go, boom. We're done. So that's it. That's all you have to do. Magnified. It's registered. And I know it has to process and has to be digested in their system. But now they're going to start collecting my royalties for 215 countries, 65 different pay sources, and all that. So that's really all there is to it. If you want to get your streaming royalty estimate, you can just click the link in the description. It's going to take you straight to this page. And that's it. You're going to find out how much money that you're owed, and they'll just send it to you and collect all your royalties going forward. I do want to mention the pricing, because Songtrust does have pricing. They're business, after all. They charge a one-time fee of $100 just to set up your account. You can have it doesn't matter how big your catalog is, 10 songs, 1,000 songs. And they charge 15% administration fees for anything they collect around the world, and you keep the rest of it. So again, this is money that you're really not collecting anyways, that, in my opinion, would be ridiculously frustrating to get otherwise. So to me, it was money well spent. And I actually, I pay for Songtrust. I've been using it since before they hit me up. So I think it's great. So go check out how many royalties that you're estimated. And yeah, do the thing. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, if you want to learn more about that song that had 1.5 million streams and how that happened and how much it paid me, you can check out this video right here. And if you want to learn how to promote my music on Spotify using Facebook ads to generate all those streams, you can check out my course right here. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video.